So I just got to the hotel here in Georgia for MomoCon, and I'm really tired. I drove over 4 hours. The GPS, technically it's only supposed to take you 4 hours to, not 4, 5 hours to get here from where I am in Florida. But there was a lot of rain, like a ton of rain, and there was a ton of traffic. And my splash guard decided to nearly fling off on the middle of the highway. So I had to go take care of that as well. And my GPS recalculated and it took us like the back way. It was really weird. But we're here, we're finally here. We checked in without much incident. And now we're just kind of gonna, oh god, I'm sorry. I forgot my tripod at home too, so you'll have to bear with my shaky cam a little. But we're gonna figure out dinner, and we're gonna get ready for, well, I have work to do. I have coding homework to do, and I have some drawings that I would like to get done sooner rather than later, but we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, we're gonna figure out dinner. I'm gonna do that stuff, and tomorrow is going to be day 1 of MomoCon, so it's gonna be cool. We're gonna have a good time this weekend. So yeah. He did it. He graduated. I'm so proud of him.
We have Mr. Mike Reese.
Yay!
We have Justin Sabakis. And then on the end, we have Cyanide and Happiness, which are those two lovely people down there.
Wow.
So I'd like to start off my panels with something easy and fun. Are you guys ready? Mm-hmm. Okay, lovely. Easy is good. We're going to slowly work into this, and then I'm going to grill you on like some hot burners. So what is something everybody should be watching, reading, doing? It could be any of those. Something everyone should be doing, watching, or reading.
I hate to start whoring this quickly, but what you should be reading is my new book, Springfield Confidential. It's I've been writing for The Simpsons for 30 years, and this is the first insider look at the show. It's all the secrets, all the dirt. This is the book that is going to get me fired. And I should mention, this is the world premiere of the book. It doesn't come out for 2 weeks, and we're unveiling it here at MomoCon. We're selling it right outside the door after this panel because I love this place. And the book tells you all about The Simpsons, and I've also worked on 24 animated movies. It's all in here, so you can pretty much skip the panel and just go buy the book. Thank you, dude.
Well, I guess that answer is watch The Simpsons.
I'd say watch all the classics. I mean, obviously The Simpsons is a huge classic, but you should go digging for the stuff that nobody's talking about. The classics, the stuff that came out generations ago. There's so much good media out there, and now with all these different services available in pretty much every format, there's no excuse to just watch the latest and greatest anymore. It's all available to some extent. Okay, not everything's available, but there's almost every classic that we never thought would be available or be able to be seen again is available. So just dig, find what you like. If you consider yourself creative, you're the collection of everything that you've ever seen. So if you're going to stand out and be different, you have to watch stuff that's different.
I say because I'm selfish and I'm self-promoting, and so I would say watch Godzilla, Monsters Planet, which is on Netflix. It's the first part of a feature trilogy, feature animated. The second part just came out last week in Japan, but it will be coming on Netflix in 3 months' time. So if you haven't watched it already, start watching the first piece so that you'll be ready for the second piece when it comes out 3 months later.
Yeah, I mean, just watch what you like. Like, if I mean, this is an animation panel, right? So if you like animation, then you like cartoons. So be the adults that are running around watching all the cartoons and watch what makes you happy, what makes you tick. You know, the inspiration or find what brings you that inspiration. Like for me, it's a huge range, you know, of the classic Cartoon Network shows like Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter's Lab, you know, all those old shows. And then it's a huge switch to all the Miyazaki films. I mean, they're beautifully done and they tell such immersive stories. So I mean, find what makes you tick and what makes you want to tell that same story, because you are going to be the product of your environment. So if you can find out, you know, what that is, then you're going to naturally grow and become that animator, that storyteller.
And just to bring it around town, I'm going to say watch Cyanide and Happiness, because reasons. And to follow up after all of these like awesome recommendations for things to watch, I would also follow it up with just do it, which is whatever it is. If it's writing, if you plan on becoming a writer for film or comics or just literature in general, just do that. If you plan on being an artist in the industry or a fine artist, go do that. It's a little harder to do, like as artists and creative people, you always have that mental block of like, I'm not good enough or I can't do this. Don't listen to that, just do it. That's my advice.
Oh, and last one, I recommend this for everybody. It doesn't matter what medium it is, animation, live action, whatever. If you want good storytelling, you have to watch 12 Angry Men. That's it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Good. That's a good one.
Oh, she likes her phone case. Oh, thank you.
That's alcohol. This is just straight beer. Yeah, I was like, it just tastes like Gatorade. Wow, that's great. Great. Technically, anime has already been streamed on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, but
legally.
It's not like Google has been the ones to actually license it and put it out there. It's always like Funimation has put it up, or
You mean like
has a few now.
like those people who like condense the episode down to like 1 frame on the screen, and then there's just some like pattern in the background, and
You
then
mean
they
like my
speed up the
dumbbells?
audio. I can't even
And
enjoy
then even
it.
when it's like full screen, you still have to like squint your eyes.
So
Yeah.
even then, it's like they upload 2 minutes of an episode at a time. So I'm
Yeah,
tired
and then I'll
of-
just rage at it, and I'll just
Remember
open
like the old day where it was like part 1, 2, and 3, and you had like the 10 minutes limit, so you have to watch
You gotta
the
give-
every by itself.
You gotta give kudos to the person who like races to it first while it's still up before it gets taken down, who puts it all up, and then after that you just rage and have to listen to lo-fi hip-hop.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
So, what kind of issues do you guys run into when you're like talking about anime on YouTube? Do you ever have issues where people are like, "Don't show our anime"?
I recently had something similar to that happen because I actually apparently had the goal to say Darling in the Franxx was a good show.
How dare you?
How dare I? It's like, I mean, speaking as a YouTuber who is starting to get a little bit more in rather than being originally branded as a anime YouTuber, like I'm starting to actually see what it's like that you guys have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, like when it comes to talking about, because I mean, you can make an anime video on YouTube without using any clips or images. Like there's tons of YouTubers who do that already, but I think for the most of us, like we like to use clips and you know to actually show what we're talking about. But
Yes, because anime is like a visual medium. So if we're trying to explain why we like it, half of it is, hey, this looks really cool.
Yeah, but like there are some companies that don't exactly like that, not naming any names, Ghibli, but that love to just copyright strike our videos down and not know what fair use is, and I'm sure all of us have run into that at least once in our lifetimes. So,
yeah, either from Ghibli or from some really weird companies like that one from Italy.
Oh,
There's like Yam Emerald with a bunch of letters and numbers.
Yeah. It's just this like fake company from Italy that.
No, they're not actually fake.
Are they not fake?
No, they're a legitimate company and they actually have the anime licenses, but they only own the licenses for Italy. It's when they go to YouTube and they're just like, oh, we're gonna own this worldwide.
See, I thought it was fake the whole time. That's what I was pissed.
That actually happened to me. I think it was a different company, but my One Punch Man Witch Ninja video that has like 500,000 views, like it just got taken from me. And I even talked to my MC and they're like, unless you want to go to court, you'll win, but you'll have to go to court and waste like a bunch of money and time. And it's like, can't do it.
Really
So
it's not worth that time.
I had a video where it was like a video essay and I got a copyright strike from it, and it's not on YouTube anymore because Ghibli took it down. It was really praising Ghibli. It's like because I think it was their anniversary, so I wanted to do something special. I was like, Miyazaki's great, blah blah blah, Ghibli's amazing, and then Ghibli's like, taken down. I said, why? What did I say?
It doesn't matter what you say. It matters that you talked about them in any context whatsoever.
I can one up you on that. Like really early in my channel, when I did Let's Plays, if you guys remember that, yeah, I did a Let's Play of the Clannad visual novel, and I think I did like 28 episodes or something, right, which is like 1/100th of that game. And all 28 episodes got claimed by Visual Arts, which are the company that owns the game.
Yeah.
Fast forward 4 years later, or last year, Visual Arts wants to work with me. And the first thing, I met the CEO of Visual Arts, I had dinner with him, and the first thing I said was, hey, you guys took down 28 of my videos 4 years ago, and all the CEO had to say was, my bad. Do you still want to work with us?
The same thing happened when
I said yes.
Was the dinner good at least?
Yeah. I mean, I went to Singapore with them and it was awesome. So.
Yeah, the same thing happened when I think we all did that sponsorship for Mary and the Witch's Flower, the movie that came out. We all basically we reviewed it, we shouted it out. I also talked to them about that. They also said the same thing. I said, is there any way I could get that back? They're like, no. Because if we take yours up, we have to put everyone else back up. I said, all right, love-hate relationship. Okay.
Plus, no, but the Mary thing was more of a G-Kids thing, and then when I was talking to them, they were just like, okay, well, we have to go through Ghibli to do this.
Yeah.
Ghibli doesn't care.
Yeah, the professionals saying, we can, but we can't.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Oh good, it's not a giant line. That's nice. That is very beneficial, I like that. I like not waiting in line to get to the dealer's room. So, I hope that you guys can hear me, hopefully. But a thought that probably never occurred to you while you were watching was, Kayla, why on earth did you record all of that squeaking noise? Why is it all around? And I don't know, but what I do know is that it brings back terrible memories of my first Anime Day in Orlando, all the way back in 2012. Before I was even really making videos, I did Anime Day Orlando 2012, and some vendor thought that it would be a great idea to sell these squeakers that, if you own a dog, you probably have seen it. They're squeakers that come in dog toys, and he was selling them for like 25 cents. So everyone had one, and everyone was squeaking the hell out of them for 2 days straight. Well, mostly Saturday, because on Sunday, it was so bad that we actually printed out signs and we posted them everywhere, in the dealer's hall and registration, everywhere, that if you squeak, you were getting kicked out of Anime Day. It was terrible, and it was so mind-numbingly irritating. And somebody has them again. I don't know where they are. I don't know who they are. But they are encouraging a terrible habit, because it's so frustrating, because we have to stand there and we have to listen to it over and over and over again. So please, just keep that in mind. And just keep that in mind. If you ever are able to obtain a squeaker during a convention, and you feel the urge to squeeze it and squeak it over and over again, just keep in mind that a lot of people might be a little irritated. So that's just my little rant about that. I just needed to get that off my chest real quick. Alright, thank you.